Hi everyone, it's now February 1st and I thought I'd give you all a little update on what I've been doing. We did go out and do some forestry and I'll take you down there in a minute. We took the white with the snowblower and the skid steer because I did take the 40-20 round and the snow was just too deep and annoying, and we still need it here to feed the pigs really. We've been running 2 grist mills now. Upgraded and added a second one, which is going just about okay. They're actually filling up, so 2020 then. But the pig food situation is still not great. We're using far more pig food than I expected, so we're either going to need to downsize or buy more pig food, sadly. So I think I'd like to still keep some pigs because it feels a bit like giving up on an element of the farm which isn't really in the spirit of the challenge, even if it is hemorrhaging money. So we'll see how we go with that. I'll just fill this up, get the 8910 out of the shed with the feed mixer on. So I gave them, last night I gave them a whole, we also need straw actually, so I'll have to buy some bales. I gave them a whole mixer wagon load again, and we've still got 12,000 litres left. The other one's doing fine, but the daily food just keeps getting up and up as they grow older. So we're going to feel the pressure even with that second mixer. So we'll empty this out, and then we still got that mineral feeder in one of the parker wagons to use up, so we'll get that out. We'll use the case for that, I think. Filling up from these two can be a little fiddly, but it does work. Sometimes you just have to sort of go right the way over to one side like that, and then it's fine. But I think these two are the limit of our production without it being really annoying, so it goes a lot faster. I think it's fine. We're going to run out of grain in the bin before production starts being a problem. So yes, I said we'll do all our morning chores, although it's a bit late in the morning. I did get up and get everything moving just to check how the feed mixing was going. We'll top up the mill with corn, and then we'll start on the beans and mineral feed mixture, and then we'll head over to the little forest and I'll show you what we've been doing, and we'll be at that for the rest of the day. It is making a decent amount of money, as you see. We've got 9,000 in the bank, plus we paid the $13,000 loan installment at the end of January, so we're doing well money-wise, and I think that forest was actually a decent investment for once in this the history of this farm. So things are looking up, I think, and it's a really good way to think time during the winter. Just check if this the mills need another Yeah, we could do with a bit more. Oop. But you can see we're down to 500 bushels of corn already from 900, so the pigs are eating way more. So I think we'll be able to get this next load of pigs self-sufficiently fed. And then we might have to start moving to pallets for the next lot, because we got the 6 sows there pregnant. I'm not supposed to be putting it in here yet. So we're expecting 60 piglets from the next lot, which is scary. We're feeding 99, I think, currently. So we'll sell them all off. We'll wait until the piglets are weaned, which we give 2 months in game. I think it's a month and a half usually. But just for simplicity's sake, we'll say 2 months. Yeah, this when they fill up, we can just leave the bucket like that, and it's all right. But that's a bit annoying. I guess we can get the trailer set up here. Yeah, so we'll wean the next lot of piglets, and then we'll probably sell. We might sell all of the sows, and then we'll see about having to sell the piglets young, which I don't want to do really. I'd like it, if possible, to grow them to 6 months and then sell them. We sold a load of produce. I think we've got tomato and strawberry pallet there waiting to sell. So we'll see what happens later on today, see if we get another strawberry one. I think usually we do. You really can't see the hitch at all from the case. And I was slipping quite a lot in the snow, which doesn't help. Close enough. Right, we'll get this in a position where we can get this mineral feed out of it. I think this is exactly 1 bucket's worth, so it's not quite a pallet, which is a bit annoying, but I'll actually check to see whether we've got a half-used pallet, but I didn't think about that really. I think we'll loop all the way around. Getting past the truck might be difficult, but we'll see. And we'll run it up here. That should be fine. Now I'll quickly check the pallets of mineral feed we have here to see whether there's one. I think they... Oh, well, there's only one left first of all, and it's full, so I guess that answers that. So our mixture should still have enough leeway to have slightly less. I think this will be 900 litres, and normally they're 1,050. So we can just mix slightly less corn in, and then that should be fine. We'll see how much is left to do on this bucket. But hopefully 3%, that's fine. Yeah, hopefully audio and video issues are improved a little bit. I've tried to cap the frame rate, move the mic closer to me and tweak some settings, so it was cutting out a bit last time, but like I said, it's the first time I've ever used voice in any of my videos, I think. Certainly on this channel. Lots of manure, and we don't have a manure spreader. There is one, or at least there was one in the loans. Again, it's tempting me. It's really terrible idea maybe, but that's probably out of reach at the moment, so we might just have to cart it off and dump it near the garden for the time being and then use it in the next year. There was a complete air seeder set up, which I really like to get for the Steiger, but I think it's a bit too early. That would have come to nearly 60k, I think, for the whole thing. And again, this is just, we've just bought a planter for beans, so I should stop looking at anything here. It's all far too tempting and we don't have enough money. Nearly done here. Okay, there we go. So we'll start with this mineral feed in here, which should, as I said, be exactly 1 bucket load. Hopefully we can dump this. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And then I'll run this just up here to get it out of the way. And yeah, that's 100%. Perfect, so now we need 3 buckets of beans. And then as much corn as we need, although we'll have to be a little careful that we don't go under that percentage for the mineral feed. And we're running low on beans as well, so I think we're only realistically going to get 1 more full mixer load, which at this stage I'm not even sure is enough to cope with the current fattening pigs we've got. But at least the forest is doing well, so we'll go and take a look at that. Okay, we'll head down there. It is quite a long way considering this isn't a 4x map, it's sort of spirals inwards, and the track up to the forest off the gravel track's quite a long one. So it does take a while to get there, but I quite like that. It feels more realistic than having everything walking distance away. The snow here's a bit glitched, so sometimes it can throw the trailer up. That wasn't too bad. There's the site of the main farm normally, but because we start from scratch, that none of those buildings are there. So we'll say that that was an old abandoned farm that got torn down, which is maybe why there's so many contracts for us, if the landowners are now living further from town. This is the start of the dirt track up to the forest, which is always longer than I think, and this bit is ploughed automatically, although I did go through it with the snowblower and widen it slightly, and I should have widened it a bit more because it can catch the trailer and flip it all over the place. You can see the pine trees there, and we've just been clearing. We've made a bit of a clearing to the left. There's still all the stumps left. I think we've taken 3 loads to the sawmill so far, and they're averaging $3,000 to $4,000 a trailer, which is really good, considering we bought the entire plot of land for $23,000, I think. We'll try to get this turned around before loading it, so we don't get stuck. I think about here should do. So this is our land, if we look on the map here. This little patch here. So again, we can't get through to the north because of the railway line, but it actually is fairly close to our farm and fields. It's just that you have to go the long way round to get anywhere, and then to the sawmill again. You have to go all the way down and round and up, and the sawmill's here. But I haven't counted trees, but there is a lot of trees here. We've cleared, as I said, this patch here, sort of using the snowblower to go along in rows, and then the skid steer can actually get in and pick the logs up. And then maybe we'll plough this up and turn it into a field, or put placeables on this. I'm not sure yet, but we'll get to cutting some trees. And I don't know whether you heard the Steam achievement pop up, but when I started this I hadn't cut a single tree in 22 apparently. So we'll be grinding through them certainly. And if the chainsaw looks a bit weird to you, my mouse really needs replacing. The left click button is really dodgy. Right, let's start with that. And we'll go along and delimb them all. Okay, other than that one, which is perched on another tree, we'll start cutting them up. And we've got the lumberjack mod, so I'm tending they're about 15 meters long, so I'm just going to cut them in two, so we'll get the two lengths sort of equal, and that fits on the trailer quite well. There we are. So I'll catch you when these are all sawn up. Okay, I think that's all of them. So all of these lighter bits that we can carry by hand will just pile up off to one side, I think. Because I've tried it both ways, and I think putting the larger bits on the top works best. Or on the bottom of the trailer, rather. With these small, slightly twisted bits on top of that. Right, and I think we can get this one, and then we'll get the snowblower in and clear some stuff up. Perfect. Nearly. Ooh. Oh, it is a bit off centre, but hopefully it will be okay. If not, I have been using super strength just to push them back on. Yeah, I think just hop out. Scooch it up a bit. There we go. I feel like as long as I'm realistically loading most of the way, then we can use some super strength to compensate for the farming simulator physics a bit. Right, we'll leave this here. Leave it running, and we'll just get the snowblower to clear some tracks. Oh god, I didn't even see there was a tree there. Now hopefully this is wide enough to fit down, but I doubt it. No, not quite, so we're going to have to remove those. Or just try running up the snow, I guess. See if we can come in here and round the back, because some of this will need to be cleared anyway for future operations, although we've still got one more month of snow, I guess, but it will melt and then it'll be a lot easier. There we go. And we'll part this one here out of the way. There we go. These look like they're going to be quite hard to get out, especially that one tucked in there, so we might have to leave it until we clear some more out, but we'll give it a go. I think this will be our fifth big trunk. So we got 6 trees in total. I wasn't actually counting when I was doing it before to know how many go on a trailer. I think I'm slightly too far forward towards the truck. So a me issue rather than a physics issue. There we are. We might be Austin Powers. Let's see. Oh, only just. And the snow is gonna knock this log all over the place. This is why we needed the snow blower down here. As you can see, I don't have the greatest logging skills. Ooh, that might balance. There we go, look at that. Right, I'll catch you all once this trailer's loaded. Okay, there we go. I'll just see if we can pick up any of these little chips and put them on. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. No, okay, so we got all 6 trees on there. We could probably have done 7 or even 8, but we'll be conservative to start with. Put the hazards on. I'm not sure if you would need hazards for this type of load in real life in Missouri or not, but we will. And we'll head all the way around to the sawmill to sell this. There to our right is the other farm on the map, which didn't get deleted in Start From Scratch because you don't own it to begin with, which is good because I like the layout a lot more than that. The main farm, if you will. So, as this is Own the Map, of course, we will be owning all of this at one point. But that's not going to be for a long time. People out in t-shirts and jeans in this weather is brave. I do love the town. Despite me knowing very little about the Midwest in person, really, it feels very authentic to me. And I've heard people who live nearby say that it does. We can see the sawmill just up on the horizon, so it's not all that far, even though it's basically opposite sides of the map because we have to do that weird spiral. Nope. Finally, there we go. And I didn't do a very good job of ploughing this at all. In fact, our first load I took it up through the snow, which was touch and go, but the tyres are decent enough. But yeah, not my best ploughing efforts ever. And I think the point is about here. So currently on $9,000, we'll see how much we get. About 3,500 with the precision farming bonus, which isn't too bad at all. As I said, I was averaging between 3,000 and 4,000 a load, so that all works out well. So as I'm heading the same way back, I'll catch you guys when we're back at the field, back at the forest. Okay, here we are. So I think we'll try to cut 7 or 8 trees maybe. Try to get at least one more on than last time. And we should probably just sort of take a line from in here. That's a huge looking tree. What's that? A hickory. Well, we'll leave that for the time being. Well, we'll just stick to the pine, I think. I think that's 8 trees. So it'll be a big load, and we might be loading in the dark at this point. We'll have to get a move on. There we go. I think that's the most we've done. So I think that's 8 trees. We'll strap it all down properly. There we go. Okay. Got 12.5 grand. Let's find the cell trigger. There we are. Wow, 4,500. Okay, so 8 trees cut in half is perfect trailer load, really. Let's head back to the farm. Here we are. We'll leave it here for tonight. And probably the next time I'll see you is in March when the snow's melted. And then we'll have some pig selling to do. We've got to plan crops for the new year. Of course it'll be corn and soybeans because that's what we desperately need for the pigs. And we'll do a bit of field work, I guess, and the contracts will start rolling in. So I'll catch you all once the snow's disappeared, which has been a long time coming.